Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rockstar, and the captain of the 2K Club. I'm turning my car off. I am at home, sweet home. Just got home. Today was a productive day, but it was a grind, right? I started my day off with some jiu-jitsu in the morning, drove from 1 till 6, trained again, and then I drove from 8:30 till about 2:20. So maybe 10, 11 hours of driving. I didn't even make it that much today. You guys can see that on Uber. I made $57. We could check Lyft too. Where's Lyft at? Let's check Lyft. Today I made $38. Whole $38. And Via was my savior today. Check this out. Where's my Via app? Nope, we've gone dark. Sorry, guys. Man, check this out, guys. So I think Via's earnings reset at midnight. Like they actually do from like midnight to midnight, not 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. like we were in Lyft. So yesterday I made $54 on Via, and today, since 12 a.m., $23. So today the big winner was Via, right? Today was interesting because today was very interesting because from 1 to 7, 1 to 6, I did 7 Uber rides on top of like the Lyft and Via pings. And then after I trained again, I had 1 Uber ride. There was no surge. There was no prime time tonight or anywhere today. Demand was very low today for all the apps because there was no surge or prime time or anything, right? So, you just had to run all 3 apps. Like it's so important in the markets. I know like New York and Washington D.C. are the only other markets to have Via, but some of these major markets, you guys, if you have access to both apps, run both apps. You absolutely, especially when it's slow. When it's slow, that's when you really, 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 really need access to every app you can. And that's also the other gigs that I don't really know anything about. Like, if you do like DoorDash or Uber Eats or Groupon, or not Groupon, what am I thinking of? My had a very long day. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. That's something of Grubhub, Postmates, whatever. If you have access to all these apps, I honestly think you should be running every app you can and just minimizing downtime. Because the way you make the most money, even without any kind of surge or whatever, is just to stay busy and complete rides, complete tasks, complete deliveries, whatever. That's because if I had access to the apps, I probably would have made way more money today. I think I made what, like $140 maybe today, 150, which is way better than last week on Friday. I made $116 in 9 hours. So today wasn't. It was kind of a bust, but not really, because I kind of expected this. I dropped off some passengers by Soundbar, which is a really popular club in downtown Chicago at 11:30, and this might be the first time I've ever seen it on a Friday night. There was no one around the street, hanging out in the street. There wasn't a line to get in there. Like, just, it's not really that busy of a night, so demand was low. And I'm probably expecting the same thing for tomorrow, in all honesty. But it was definitely a grind. But here's the good news. Passengers are in a good mood this week. I could show you Uber. Yeah. So, well, I haven't made a lot in tips. $31. I've got 51 rides, and I did the count earlier. 51 rides on Uber, and let me just reset this. 51 rides on Uber, and 10 of those passengers have tipped, right? So, not bad. On Lyft, we can go to that right now. We can go to my, where's the trip history? Got 37 rides this week, right? Yeah, 38, sorry. Oh, yeah, and by the way, guys, for Uber, sorry, but I'm not at $1,100 for the week. I'm at $650 because you guys see their referral reward. So I did not earn $1,100. I earned $650 on Uber so far. So yeah. So out of 38 trips on Lyft, I've got 13 tips. So almost 30% of my passengers have tipped on no, it's not 30%. My math's horrible. Well, it's not 20%, is it? Yeah, it'd be like 20%. Yeah. Sorry, my math sucks. And I've got like 3 or 4 via tips. So pretty much out of like 100 rides I've given this week, I'm at 25% of my passengers have tipped me. And I just think that's an interesting metric because I don't really get tipped a lot, honestly. Even though I keep pretty high ratings on both apps, or all 3 apps, I don't get tipped a bunch, which is fine. I don't really care. You guys know what I do with my tip money. But I just think this is a good indicator for drivers in Chicago or around the country to know, like, hey, passengers are in a good mood lately. They're definitely feeling, they're spreading the love. So, because I mean, on Uber, I drove Uber most of New Year's. So, and I think like 4 trips in a row tipped me pretty well. But the rest of the week, it's been heavier on Lyft because demand is just, I've been getting more Lyft rides. And, just been getting pretty consistent tips. So, I mean, honestly, guys, I think maintaining high ratings and getting good tips for passengers, it's really easy. It's just, keep the car clean, obviously. Keep the conversations light. Try to make your passengers laugh. Keep the radio on, do a nice pop station, hip hop, and keep the volume like semi-low. And don't drive like an idiot. And that's pretty much it, man. Like, I mean, I think my record week for tips on the app was like $125. So this week, I can potentially crack that this week, which is cool. Yeah, that's all I got for this one, guys. Again, today was a grind. Those of you in major markets, please, on slower days like today, if you have access to every app, run every app. If you have access to deliveries and that kind of stuff, run every app and do deliveries. Honestly, minimize your downtime. Oh yeah, and someone commented, asked me why I got out of the rental. Okay, if I could only drive Uber on today, I'd be miserable because I only would have made like $80 in the total time I spent out there. Because when I rented with Uber, you can't run the other apps, and in a major market like Chicago, you need every fucking app, right? You really do. So that's one of the big reasons I got out of that rental. Another reason was they weren't offering any other kind of promotions other than the rental quest. So for me, the rental was kind of like, it was kneecapping my earnings. It was, I couldn't make the money I wanted to make in the rental. It just wouldn't be a possibility because I need access to Lyft. I need access to Via, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, I try to keep this one as short as possible. I'm going to go inside and go to sleep. I've had a very long day. Hope everyone is doing well out there, grinding it out. And everyone, please take good care out there. Stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.